Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in for today's update on Daily IoT. Just a quick one today, just updating you on a few things that are going on. I'm sort of head down working on some stuff. First off, I'm working on this long blog post that explains step-by-step how to set up local builds and debugging through Docker for particle firmware. That's something that some people have reached out and said they were interested in having, and so I'm trying to put that together. I know I said I wasn't going to do polished content, but this is one that even for me is nice to have as documentation, but also to help other people that might want to do this in a particle environment. Be nice to share that so other people can get up and going quicker than I did. And so been working on that. I'm hoping to get that posted in the next day or so. The other thing is kind of bad news. I recharged the battery on the puck on my desk over here, and after doing that, I got a bunch of updates. Then it kind of went sporadic, and then it went dark after not even like 20 or 30 updates, and so it wasn't very long at all. I thought maybe I hadn't just given the battery a good enough charge, so I let it charge for really like 4 hours. It's definitely charged. Ran it again, saw the same thing, and so I haven't changed any of the firmware on this. This is the same firmware that did over 1,200 updates in a row, with having only missed 2 check-ins. And so I'm not sure what's going on there. At one time when I was checking it in my Losant dashboard to see what was happening, I noticed it hadn't checked in for several hours. I grabbed the puck and looked into it, and I noticed that the photon was doing like a green flash, which it does that, the LED does that when it's trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. And so I don't know if maybe my repeater that's just on the other side of this wall here is not working, and so it's having a hard time connecting to the internet. I sense that it has to be something like that. Again, I haven't changed any of the firmware, and so something going on with connecting to the local network, which I'm actually a little bit happy about, because if that's the case, then this is the behavior that I'm seeing. I need to think about ways to either notify people that, hey, you're on the edge or out of range of Wi-Fi or other things, some sort of indication that it's not updating and what to do when it's not updating. So I don't want to just have it sit here and have thousands of happy path completions. It's nice to see stuff like this happen so that I can dig into it, figure it out, and figure out how I can improve the customer experience around that. And so I'm not looking at that quite yet, because the other thing that I'm working on is I'm doing a ton of research on particle, building a product with particle. And so this week I am trying to read every single, there's like 262 community forum entries under the product creation tag on Particle's community forum. And so I'm trying to read every single one of those and all of the history for a couple of reasons. One, I want to see what sort of problems people are encountering or have encountered with Particle in a product scenario, and also to find contacts, people that have made a product, taken a project all the way to the product stage, that I could possibly reach out to, maybe have a phone call with, email exchange of, hey, what are the things that you worked well for you, didn't work well? What are the mistakes that you made? Just maybe try and get some information like that, a little bit of research to save myself some time as I'm going through this, so that I don't have to repeat all of the learning that other people have gone through. And so I've been spending a lot of time reading the Particle forums, trying to, like I said, extract that information. And so that is the update. That's what's going on. Like I said, I'm hoping to get that blog post posted soon in the next day or so, as well as a video that goes along with it, kind of showing a demo of the Docker build and debug. And so I'll be sharing that hopefully soon. So thank you so much to people that were commenting my last video where I was talking about puck versus plastic enclosure. Really appreciate the comments there. Seems like the general consensus is people like the idea of it being a puck and not just a formed plastic enclosure. And I'm going to agree with that. And so we'll see where that takes us. But thank you so much for getting down in the comments and chiming in. I really appreciate that. I read every single comment, and I reply to all of them. At this point, I can still do that because I'm not getting hundreds of thousands. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you tune in tomorrow for Daily IoT, the show where together we're learning how to make the Internet of Things one day at a time.